It is truly amazing being on the edge of a mound that was robbed and dug out and know where everything went, and be able to come here and be able to see the artifacts that are up here on the side of these hillsides. You know, different ones are all cut, pieces of crystal, all the artifacts of all those that are buried in the mounds. Other kinds of crazy. Look at that one. That one's crazy. That's a crazy artifact. Because there's jewels and gems up here. You know, there's lots of artifacts. Because these are all the artifacts in the mound that was robbed here. Look at that one. That one's wild. It's like packed full of clay. Look at this one. Beautiful pink crystal. A little hammerstone of some sort. Look at these crystal artifacts. There's so many here. And I'm just showing you a few that have come out of the hillside. But the more you look, you go, wow, there's so many. And then like where my feet are, this is all them that have slid down. You know, there's tons of rocks here. Bigger ones. You know, like ones that are falling down the hillside. That are all cut. See? It's all been cut. These are all worked artifacts because these are the mounds. These are our mounds of our ancient giant ancestors. And there's even bigger mounds behind me that are just mind-blowing. Anybody want to come to Long Island, New Jersey, or Connecticut on going to these places where the ancient burials are? More than welcome to show anybody. And what's up there? See a pointy one. Sometimes there's spearheads, there's green ones. Oh, look at this one. Look at that one. Oh, look at all the crickets. Look at that green one. Look at that beautiful. Look at it. Look at that. You see that? These are all in these mounds here. All these mounds. There's a beautiful one here. That's the one I saw. Pyramid one. Pyramid Point. We come up the mound. There's beautiful green ones. Look at that. Look at that green. Beautiful artifacts. Here's a blue one. Beautiful blue one. Yeah, because this is what they did with their mounds. And then here's the mound here. Right? And then this is where it was robbed. And there's like all these rock piles over here surrounding this mound. There's like a tree fell over. You can see what's in the mound from the tree. This is a really old tree, and it grew and it pulled the artifacts up. Petrified wood, pieces of crystal that's all been worked. Hey, every one of these is an artifact. Artifacts everywhere. Everywhere. Marker stones on top of the hilltops, all across, marking all the burials that are here. And where it was dug out years ago and removed. These rock piles with a mound over there, okay? They come through and then they put these bicycle trails. This is a big mound over here that was robbed. There's a big dirt piles over there, and what was here? Now these are all ancient mounds in this park. We're going to go down to this big one that was robbed. I'm not sure exactly, but we're going to walk down to it. I'll show you. Now as I come up here, you can see there's a big mound up there. That's a mound. And then this mound over here was robbed years ago. And there's another mound that wraps around. So you come off the mound, you see all the stones? Because they covered their mounds with all their artifacts and all their stones and their crystals. These mounds are all covered. Look how it's all covered here. See how it's all covered in crystals? Okay, these are crystal mounds up in the middle of the woods where there's this burial area that they preserved. The other ones they've bulldozed over and got rid of and put mulch factories, you name it. So we're going to go up this mound here. I think this one here might not have been robbed. That one was all robbed. Look at the artifacts. Petrified wood. Petrified wood. Artifacts. See all the artifacts, piece of crystal, all the ones with effigies with faces and points and pyramids and you name it. Here comes the bicycle trail up and around. And we're going to go up this mound. You can see the rocks coming out. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Look at this piece of crystal in the face. Look at that. Look at how they cut that. Amazing. That one there I may add to the collection for this mound. Because every mound I come to, see, this is all a mound. Look at all the stone up here. And there's other garbage, modern day people. But I don't see any dig holes. Lots of stones. This is a younger mound. Look at all the stones here. This is a big mound. There's old mounds up there with all piles of stones. See all the stones, all the crystals? Amazing mound here. And it goes all the way down. And it goes down to there. It's not a really huge one like the older mounds. Like bigger mounds down to smaller mounds. It's like an evolution, okay? Big giants down to smaller giants. And they put all their burials. There's another burial mound over there. Another one over here. These are all guaranteed linked up with the star system. And we're going to go over to this mound that was robbed. See all the rocks here? These are all artifacts. This whole mound is crystal. All these mounds are made of crystal. Okay, look at these rocks. Okay, see? It's all cut, pieces of crystal. Little face there. Look at these artifacts. Amazing artifacts. They're everywhere. They're coming out of the trails. Look. Look, here's a piece here. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that piece around the crystal. Yeah, that was all cut like that. Yeah, amazing, amazing artifacts. And they're coming out of the hillside. Like I said, there's a bike trail. Right? So let's go up here, check this out. Look at the green ones. So many artifacts. There's marker stones over there in the woods. You can see they did stuff back here in the day. They were digging stuff out. Look at this purple one. Look at that purple artifact. Okay? Because we're going up here in this mound that was robbed. And this was all robbed. Because there's all concrete and stuff. There's all their artifacts. Like where it would have been dug out. See? And then they put some stuff here. This might have been for sifting. I don't know what they were doing. Somebody did something back here in the day. It might have been sifting material. This is a mound that was all robbed. Okay? All the stones are here. All the artifacts are here. They dug into this years ago and robbed this. And they got all these sandbags around the edges. Look how they had sandbags filled up to make it like a bunker. It's kind of crazy stuff people did back in the day. See how this mound is? All the way down around this mound. And there's all the artifacts here. Just like the other mounds. See the mounds back there? Big old holly tree up there. Big bowl. See all this? So all stone. This is all ancient. And they dug into this. And they robbed it in Long Island. There's so many of these mounds that are untouched. Well, that are still in parks that have been like this. And these are all their artifacts. You can go anywhere and pick up an artifact. Look, here's one here. Look at this one. Look at the size of that spearhead. See how sharp that is? Look how it's been cut all the way around the edges. A big hand chopper of some sort. Yeah. The artifacts are everywhere. Another one of these robbed mounds up in the middle of the woods. Long Island, New York. Can't get any recognition for anything. Because tribal leaders, I believe, are all corrupted with government officials and religious groups. It's really sickening. Really is sickening.